Hello there. This is Forced to Reckon. The following podcast has, well, I kind of got stuck in a cave, and so it's just all recorded on my phone, but we couldn't miss the podcast, so I did it anyways. You're welcome. The truth is that I accidentally had voice mode on the cave echo voice and didn't notice because I was listening to the hardware and not the voice mod changer. Because I'd hit a hotkey at some point and not known. Enjoy the show.
I got my SCP. Hey, it's got 69 in it again.
You do love your 69. I can't argue with you.
Nice.
All right. The best part is I know which one it is because there's only one in this list that has 60.
Yep.
All right.
Just
So
the same list.
I guess I will just click that one. 6926. Hello, everybody. My name is Forced to Reckon, and
I'm PowerCore 2000.
And welcome back to Data Upload.
Well, don't finger me like that. The reach out.
You're here. You consented. It's fine.
No, that's not how consent works. Voice. You're as a responsible work advocate. You need to be clear about consent.
No, I'm telling people you've already consented in DMs, so it's fine.
That's a lie.
That was all right. Bad, terrible fucking jokes aside, we are here back once again. We're gonna be reading SCPs. We started really fucking late because I was tired, and then we spent like a half an hour shitting on JoJo.
Talking about cat girls. He shit on JoJo. I defended it. JoJo stands. I see you out there. You're cringe, but
oh my god! Oh god! There's a jalapeno.
He has been slighted for his JoJo slander. He thought it was a jalapeno.
Papa
but
Dio,
it
I'm
was
sorry.
Dio.
Papa Dio, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh shit! Well, that was a start to the fucking podcast.
And this is the cursed episode. Don't worry about it. Don't tell them about the cat girls.
Too late. So today we're reading a SCP about cat. Anyways, we started late, so this will probably be pretty short. We may only actually read one. I apologize. We actually do have something we're going to do afterwards together that's more game related instead of this, which is still awesome. But we have a limited amount of time that we can do this per day. And we started so late because a bunch of things. I needed food, and the food came like right as we were wrapping up, and so then we just kept talking because I needed to eat. And I didn't want to be like eating as we recorded. Yeah. And then we got distracted. Power core.
Don't worry. We'll just cut it out. Yeah. Do we want to read?
Why don't you start? I can't actually cut it out because because of the way we're doing this now, I actually have our audio recordings separate. So I can cut my own audio even if you're talking.
I'm doing a talk.
I saw. That's getting zoomed in on.
Yeah, I've got SCP-6926 here. A disruption class. Dark.
I also want to preface this. We have literally not read any of these.
Nope.
Normally I read my couple SCPs that I'm interested in like the few hours beforehand because I'm usually busy throughout the week. And PowerCore just doesn't read his SCPs. You just pick something at random.
We're both in the hot seat today.
But yeah, I did not have.
We'll take a ride on containment class Euclid. I said it right that time, right?
Oh my god!
Elucid? A Euclid? Which is it? We're gonna solve this.
Okay. Think about this. We're gonna get into the kink. Yeah, we're gonna get into the thing. You are looking for the clit. Euclid. Just with a hard D instead of a T. There you go. Maybe you'll never forget that.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying that. Wait, how did you say it? Say it to me one more time.
Euclid.
How did I say
the L is after the C.
Oh, did I say Euclid?
No, you said Euclid and Euclid.
Euclid.
Euclid. Yeah, it was after the C.
Euclid, Euclid.
All right.
What were we doing? Oh yeah,
You were reading.
SCP-6926. Special Containment Procedure. Annual containment efforts of SCP-6926 is primarily managed using Foundation web crawlers designed to track social media reports of its activities. Reports of anomalous phenomena caused by the SCP are to be tracked and witnessed. Okay. Reports of anomalous phenomena caused by SCP-6926 are to be tracked, and witnesses are to be amenicized appropriately.
I don't actually know what it says because I'm looking at this fucking Santa picture.
Yes, the Santa picture is the best part of it. A lot of shit was moving on my screen, and I got very distracted as I was trying to read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Description: SCP-6926 is a humanoid entity resembling a balding, elderly male with a short white beard. SCP-6926 always appears dressed in a manner somewhat resembling traditional depictions of Santa Claus, with additional articles of clothing worn in cold weather. Give me one. Oh god, that's so much. Areas within a 25-mile radius of SCP-6926 experience the following phenomena. Environmental: decrease in local temperatures enough to sustain the presence of ice and snow, the appearance of partially drunk alcoholic beverages within local homes.
Are we
I
sure
like that
that's an
environmental
anomalous
phenomena.
effect and not that he's just broken in and drank some of their alcohol?
Like, the places these bottles are pretty anomalous. How is there one in the chimney?
Fair enough.
And he has such a beautiful picture of him. Hopefully we can show the audience at some point. He's on a little yellow tricycle, drinking what appears to be a martini with a goddamn American flag in the back, or some other form of red, white.
Hey, red, white.
Phenomena displayed in humans.
I heard three colors and I just got full on fucking
patriotic. Started to sing a little ditty.
Trying to think of a word that doesn't imply insurrection nowadays.
Nationalistic, fascistic.
No. I'd say patriotic, but we got the Patriots.
Yep. All the good words have been taken.
We have a problem.
What? There is no problem. Only solutions. Phenomena it caused in humans are increased fatigue and idleness, often causing subjects to remain sleeping longer than usual.
He must have been within 25 miles of my house a few nights ago.
Oh, he must be always around my house.
Because it was real fucking cold and I was super fucking tired that day.
I was tired. I wish he'd stay around for the cold. I could do without the tire, though. Also, what's pretty annoying is the inability to keep track of time consistently throughout the day.
That's just my ADHD. That's just part of my ADHD. I would never notice that changed at all. I can't.
Maybe you are this phenomenal force. I mean, you are wearing red. You drive around your neighborhood on the small yellow trike.
Because the area around me doesn't always sustain the presence of ice and snow. It does get really warm in the summer. Which is nice.
Maybe you're just doing your job badly. You ever think about that?
It's not my job. It's my nature.
Maybe you're just doing your nature badly. You ever think about
that? There is no like meter of capacity or capability on a nature. It just happens. I can't do poorly.
Yeah, that's why you're bad at
nature. You better be careful, mister.
What?
You be careful. I could delete your save file right now.
No, you can't.
Get my finger over the button.
It is. I have tried. It always comes back.
It's because I restore it. Duh. Yo, I can't let you go.
Dad. Phenomena displayed in humans. Severe headaches in subjects that drank alcohol the previous day, no matter how minimal the amount consumed. To be honest, they could just be like feelings of melancholy and regret. Reasons vary between subjects. Maybe it was just a bad party. Or it could
True.
be SCP-6926. Additionally, the SCP has displayed various anomalous abilities, including instant
I'm so proud of
teleportation
myself.
between locations, manipulation and control of ice and snow, including alcoholic intoxication through physical contact, and the manifestation of holiday themed / related beverages, such
Gray
as
song?
eggnog, Irish cream, and Coca-Cola.
Is that the guy from Fairy Tale? The fucking nice guy? Gray.
From Fairy. Yeah, I haven't seen Fairy Tale actually. I couldn't tell you. I started to get My Hero Academia when you said Ice Guy. Oh, you mean
Very different.
Todoroki? Wait, wrong anime.
No, that wasn't a fucking ice guy. That was just a fucking ice climber.
Hey, it was icy hot.
Oh, you're thinking of Todoroki. All right.
Yeah.
I
Which
was
other
thinking of
fucking
the
ice?
fucking igloo guy from the My Villain Academia
Oh
portion.
yeah, he was a Chad Eskimo who
He
could
was
summon
literally
fucking
just an
ice
ice climber. He was
dragons.
literally just the ice climber.
Oh
That's all he
god, you're
was.
actually not wrong.
He was like super amped ice climber. Kind of great. Kind of love
Ice climber on steroids. Just right.
Need to keep going. Where were we? I'm restraining myself from
SCP.
starting tangents, so I want you to understand I've had like 6 tangents that I've had to stop myself starting.
This is you restrained? Jesus. Okay, I'll blitz through. I'll get to the discovery log. But first, you need to know that SCP-6926 manifests annually on the 26th of December in countries that celebrate the holiday Boxing Day. So only Britain? Only Britain. During
What?
such times, who else celebrates Boxing Day? It's like the
We
day that
celebrate
you.
Boxing Day.
No, we do not. It
Yes.
is not an average American thing to do
Is
Boxing
it
Day.
not?
No.
I guess that would make sense as to why I'd never heard about it until the Augustcast mentioned it.
Yes.
And they were like, it's an American holiday. I'm like, I've never heard of this, but then I don't do
Because
holidays. So.
I know. I went to the fucking comments. Even they're like, okay, I'm an American. Did anyone else hear of Boxing Day? No one other American agreed.
So basically what you're saying is, when we do get Lewis on here, we have to give him absolute shit for that.
Yes. Look, don't tell them about that force. It's a surprise. We need to ambush him. We don't want to
I'm
scare
going to
away
cut that out of the
first
actual
guy.
podcast. That's why I gave the pause beforehand and the pause after.
Smart.
So we're going to cut that section out. People are going to see this and not understand it. And the reason you're not going to understand it is because we just spoiled a potential guest. To be fair, the guest in question has said they'll do things with me before and then not done those things.
Always hate getting blue
I'm looking
balls.
at you. I'm looking at you.
Blue balled. Fuck, where was I? Oh yeah, in countries that celebrate Boxing Day.
Is he Vietnamese or Taiwanese? I can never remember.
Lebanese.
Lebanese. Damn it, it's none of those.
You need to keep up with the memes. Such times, the SCP will travel between locations that have hosted social gatherings the night prior, specifically those containing uneaten foodstuffs and beverage leftovers from the night before. While there, the SCP will take part in recreational activities such as drinking, eating, and general relaxation. SCP-6926 will demanifest at 12 o'clock a.m. local time on December 27th. We did it. We got through one section.
See, can't be me. I didn't demanifest.
Is it 12 a.m.? I don't know. I've never actually. Yes, I have hung out with you.
It will
12 a.m.
demanifest at 12 a.m. local time on December 27th, which means until it remanifests whenever the fuck it manifested. I don't think they ever said. So yeah, I assume it has a specific time it remanifests during the year. I assume it manifests.
It says it manifests annually on the 26th.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess just once.
Oh, it's only for like a day. Fuck, that's lame.
Yeah.
Poor guy. He exists for 1 day out of 3. Holy shit! It'll be 365 years for us before he's lived 1 year of his life.
Poor guy. Then again, he's old, so he's trying to really space out his time. Only spends 1 day of his life a year.
I don't think I can do that. There are so many games that come out every year. I couldn't. Oh my god.
Unless you literally did
I
nothing
almost
but
started
inject
another
pain
tangent
into your
showing
vein.
off the games
I
that I
can
bought.
tell. Discovery log, Forrest. This is your turn.
Okay, discovery log. Local phenomena resulting from SCP-6926's anomalous properties were first detected in the village of Blank, England. I'm going to assume that's Essex. On December 26, 1995, due to sudden drastic change in local weather. Like, doesn't even, there's too many blanks for Essex as well. Foundation's agents in the area were dispatched to investigate. SCP-6926 was
Back it up.
SCP-6926 was discovered traveling between pubs in the area, joined by civilians partaking in a pub crawl that had begun the previous night. Based? Why did I say that?
You're becoming a zoomer as time goes on. I actually don't. Forrest, you said it like 3 times without
Have
prompt
I?
this time. Are you?
I said
Yes.
I know I said it once today as like a intentionally kind of like jokey way of saying that's cool.
You said it 3 times since we've been talking.
God. Alright, that's cringe.
I feel like that would happen intentionally.
Interviews with witnesses revealed SCP become heavily intoxicated over the night, during which they made various references to a confidential event that took place on September 22nd the same year. What? This is a hyperlink to SCP-5925. Oh, that's cute. It's exactly 1001 away. Hey, look, it's a Santa thing.
Oh, it's a secret Santa. Level 5 Santa. But hey,
it's a secret Santa. I love that. Oh, that's so cute. Anyways, interview log. The following is an improvised interview that was recorded following the SCP's sudden manifestation at Site 17's annual Employee Boxing Day gathering in 1996.
You want to be the SCP or the researcher?
I'll be the SCP. So I feel like I do a great Santa. I'll also be narrator.
Drunk Santa.
Oh,
for clarification.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know how people talk. Well, Foundation personnel can be heard talking to one another over the sound of music. The room goes silent, and the music stops. The music stops? The personnel notice the presence of SCP-6926. Loud crunching can be heard from SCP-6926. Researcher Agnew approaches. Hold on, I can Foley this.
Oh man, the ASMR sound effects. We're upgrading.
Literally just like a pack of like plastic utensils I got with my food.
God,
Foley is such a cool.
Actually, make a soundboard.
No tangent. Foley
Restrain.
Cool. Continuing.
Researcher Agnew. Wow. Excuse me. Who are you?
Hi. What's up? I'm Santa Claus.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Eating right now.
He is now eating cookies. Right.
Yes, that was
Any particular reason? Oh, okay. We don't announce the implications. We're gonna do the sounds. Damn, we're setting up the theme. We're doing full radio. Okay.
Full radio show.
Right. Any particular reason you're here, though?
Food. You want some? I don't know. This isn't my Santa. I don't know what happened.
No, thank you. Yeah, can you come here? So you're Saint Nick then?
No, I'm Santa Claus. Not today, at least. This is my day off. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I'm sorry. Santa takes a day off just to go somewhere.
I'm just taking a drink, man. Santa's just look, it gets real awkward around the elves all day, you know. I'm kind of their boss. They have to be nice to me. They're not sentient. You don't seem quite jolly enough to be Santa Claus.
Hold on. I'm gonna read that out because that makes no sense. SCP-6926 picks up a can of Coke and notices that it is warm. Frost forms around the can. I don't know if that caught at all.
I could hear it, so I think it caught.
And the SCP-6926 smells. I don't care.
You know it's strange. When I was a kid, I didn't believe in Santa.
SCP-6926 looks at Researcher Agnew. You're an idiot.
Fuck, okay. I broke you for a bit.
For the audio only people, he took a sip of Coke there. And I just took a sip of my monster.
Looks at the researcher, takes a sip of Coke, and calls him an idiot. Damn. Any other business?
You know what's really weird? Oh, there it is. My Wi-Fi is so slow, I swear. Hello!
Hello. Who we
Welcome,
say
baby.
hi to?
Baby Lil.
Hi, Baby Lol.
Your fave, Baby Lil. It's
My
just,
fave Baby Lol. I don't know who my favorite is.
my fave. Where were we? God damn it.
SCP-69 probably finish off.
Oh. Probably finish off here. Goes someplace else. Kind of bringing down the mood here, buddy. Security personnel enter the room and hold on. Both restrain SCP-6926 and escort them to the hallway. Shortly afterwards, both security personnel begin to stupor and suddenly collapse onto the floor. Hold on, I just need to drop something really fucking heavy.
I'll just drop myself. Ow.
We suffer pain here for your entertainment. It's great. SCP-6926 re-enters the room.
Hey, what are you?
SCP-6926 grabs a bottle of whiskey from a nearby table. Lightweights. SCP-6926 disappears.
That sip was ad-libbing, but it was good ad-libbing.
Yep. I kind of okay. We're gonna go straight into the notepad of Wondrous Wonders and
For a real quick tangent, this has now actually made me want to pre-read my stories, because if we actually pre-read them, we can have fucking sound effects set up. We're such amateurs.
Good.
We should do this.
We should. Well, I don't necessarily want us to pre-read each other's stories.
Oh
but,
yeah, no.
like,
Might just be
pre-read your own
for our
stories so you know what
stories.
you're getting into.
Yep, and have all the sound effects ready. That way we can make a whole pre-production
We
gag
have all
out.
the stuff from the last few weeks, and so we're gonna start a new little podcast ideas section here, which is gonna be for our Santa Claus. And immediately, the first thing I can think of is I want an NPC who is like, he's just the nicest fucking guy, and he's a priest. That's where I'm gonna go. He's like a priest to like a god of like
Giving
and kindness and like sharing. And he's like a really good guy, and he leads this thing. But once a year, he disappears. Nobody knows where he goes for like, I'm gonna say a week, because he's not fucking Santa Claus. And what he actually does is he goes in his room, he has a secret chamber with a teleportation circle to the other side of the world where nobody knows who he is, and only the people who do only kind of like vaguely know who he is. And he just fucking parties like a fucking college frat bro. We're talking hookers and blow.
This is my week off. So God got me. God lets me snort cocaine on Sabbath, okay? That's my week off.
Here's the thing. I like that as like, you just said that made me think. I like it as it's literally a thing that his God is like, here's your week. Go do all the fucking shit you can think of. This is my give. This is what I give to you to fulfill who you are, for you fulfilling who I am the rest of the year. And bring
you serve me for the whole year, but you get a week. I'm gonna look the other way. I'm not gonna judge you for anything you do in that week. Oh, you can even time this.
What if maybe his god straight up just whisks him away to like a demi-plane.
That's literally his own the vacation island. Oh no, Forrest, the Epstein Island plane.
Epstein Island, no, it took me a second to figure out what you were saying. Look, we just got over a very terrible corner of Twitter. I don't.
Please, oh no, my lord, Epstein. My God, where are you taking me? Is this island a place of your worship?
hate you so much right now.
This ancient art of massage you talking about? Okay, I'm done. But my idea for this is, so I got inspiration to try to recreate something resembling the Purge. So for like a week or a particular day, all the gods collectively go hands off. You could do whatever you want, and no god will punish you, no matter how severe it is. No
Week
sin.
of God blindness that everyone knows of no sin counts this week.
So, like, paladins know if they need to do something that breaks their vows, get it done in this week or this day, that time period. So, like, entire
It's like
nations
it's literally
plan
like
their
a.
moves.
Oh my god, yeah, you would, wouldn't you? You'd plan like massive fucking war crimes for that week, and you know everybody else is doing the same, so you'd always be trying to one up everybody fucking else.
Yeah, so
Like-
it's just people stockpile. It's illegal to use, like, the death charm talismans unless it's that week. I can make as many as I want until that week comes.
I like the idea. I like the idea that potentially, potentially. I'm gonna put potentially. Potentially, kingdoms are like certain kingdoms are much more strict with their laws. At least on like a surface level with the common citizenry, because everyone knows about this. It's like a thing that the gods have said, like, hey, you guys have this week. Anything you do, we're not going to judge you for it. And so the kingdoms are like, yeah, but we fucking will. Don't you fucking, we're going to be extra fucking cruel to people who break these laws on these days. And they use it as like, oh my god, yes, use this to purge political opponents.
You go like full Game of Thrones for a week.
So the current crown, it's like jostling for the position of the crown, like just enough like power in the crown that on that week you can just be like, you committed a crime of debauchery, off with his head, and just like exert full power control swing.
Yep,
And then the rest of the year,
because
everyone jostling for position and title again.
no
Holy
one
shit.
can even punish you for what was done during that week after that week. The gods frown upon that.
This would actually be kind of like a cool, like just general like campaign concept.
Yep,
Not
and
even,
you know what?
Not even
it's
like
just doing the purge properly. Purge already does this, just they don't play it through properly.
Mm-hmm. You would just literally be like, you guys have a week of game time. We're gonna create like evil characters who are interacted with each other somehow, or even like good characters. We want to do that, and you guys want to try and be like arbiters of justice for this week, like stop all the bad shit. And so
fucking luck.
We're just gonna have like 7 sessions. Each session is gonna be a different day, from dawn to from midnight to midnight.
Till dawn.
And you guys just do whatever the fuck you feel like you're supposed to do, and I will fucking react to it. And you're just in this city. It's just like an urban fucking dungeon crawl, like hex map explore thing. And they get like 12 tiles a day, because it takes them like 2 hours to like patrol or travel that tile. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you just hop. It's
interact
a
with them.
strong premise that even if it was like a
Oh my
series that you could just play with. What else? I kind of like the idea of just like a traveling moped guy. He's just on his little trike, and he gives like the little buffs or little greetings every time he passes by. Day's greeting is clothes. The next week's greeting is food. Another day's it's an actual like legendary weapon. Who knows what'll come out the bag of holding? Okay, bye. And then he drives away.
He's just your fucking holiday loot box, free holiday loot boxes that games give you. It's like, here's your loot box.
Here's your seasonal loot. If you pay your taxes to the city, you get a seasonal drive force.
Oh my god, I just had an idea.
You just have large groups of people driving around with bags of holding deliver packages.
So I just had an idea. Is a bottle of alcohol, like an endless bottle of alcohol. So it was like half full. Endless bottle of alcohol, half full. And when you drink it, you make con saves to avoid drunkenness. But once you become drunk, you teleport to a location kind of close to something your character wants or needs. So like it guides them to treasure. I don't know if you've ever seen or played Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. Not Ragnarok,
I've not played
Reborn.
it, but I've seen some of it.
there's a quest in there where you can you do this potion of fortune thing. Which this guy is like, oh, I need bear testicles and this weird specific plant and something else, and it will
Uh-huh.
like guide you to treasure. And you drink it, and you pass out, and while you're drunk, you like see visions and meander to a like hidden chamber on the map where there's a treasure chest, which I'd actually found before I did the quest. So the treasure chest was empty because I'd already looted it. But
I found this chest already. He was here.
So you teleport to a location of personal interest slash necessity slash value. So in this case, it's just like it's a bottle of alcohol and you drink it, and once you fail your con save to become drunk, you just end up somewhere that you want to be, but you actually physically teleport there. So when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I have no idea how I got here. Because you literally teleported there. It's like you get drunk in one city and you wake up in fucking the other side of the planet. It's like, the fuck am I? How did I get here? And it's because like your like long lost twin brother who you've been trying to find is there. Where'd you go?
Yeah, it secretly fulfills your desires while being drunk. Alcohol, kids, it does solve all your problems.
This is true. Alcohol is the answer and solution to answer and cause of all of life's problems.
Hashtag sponsored by Hennett Sennenheiser.
Speaking as somebody who's never had a drop of alcohol,
Budweiser.
because I generally
have you actually never drunk before?
I have such an extreme distaste for lacking control over my own behavior that I do not drink. I have never drunk. I have never done any drugs. I have never done anything fun, as people put it in the past.
I decided to test myself and get pretty fucking drunk once, and I have surprisingly a large amount of cognitive awareness, less emotional inhibition. So I'm definitely more open to things I wouldn't normally be. But oh man, the nausea is the worst part. I threw up my back because I was vomiting so hard. It was not good.
There was a time when I was at university when I had like a group of close like tabletop gaming friends who was like, you know what? When I turn 21, you guys, I just want you to like, let's all get together for my birthday. Me in your apartment. Take away my phone. Take away my keys. And then I'm just gonna drink with you guys because you guys, one of them, Matt, they all like drank to varying degrees, like casually. But Matt was like a casual connoisseur of alcohol. Like he did his own mixes and stuff, and he slowly learned to recognize when he's just a little bit tipsy and how much he could take and stuff like that. So he would kind of drink alcohol like a normal person would drink soda, except to the degree where he never like went beyond like a very minor tipsy. He just enjoyed different like mixings and trying different mixings. So he'd like a couple drinks a day here and there. Or just I just fucking enjoy them. And I respected that too. And it's part of why I was like, I trust you specifically to understand where I am mentally with alcohol. And I trust the rest of you to be like, all right, he's drunk or he's being dumb.
He's had
and to stop me. Because even then, I was a big boy. And I did not take no very well. I took no a lot worse then than I did now. Oh boy. Holy shit.
Hey, that's why we mature. And you were self-aware enough to know that was a fault, which is a good countermeasure. I'm a happy drunk. I find everything way funnier.
I don't know what kind of drunk I'd be. That's my point. I didn't even realize that there were different like states of drunk. I unfortunately do feel like I'd be like an angry drunk. Because that's like the thing that I bottle up the most, which I guess from what I understand is kind of it's like it's that and
it's going to default you
happiness.
to like it's going to default you to what your brain would be like with no higher cognitive control over your emotions. It'll just be that emotion.
Yeah,
Like for
which
me,
so
that's giggling and acting like
I'd be a whiplash angry, angry happy guy. Because I could get really angry over some like really stupid shit, but part of my maturity and self-control is learning to recognize when I'm getting angry over something stupid and being like, nope, stop, hold on, that's not what's happening here.
you'd be
I'd
a
also be
super
really
passionate drunk, so you could swap between both
yeah.
pretty easily.
This is probably the best way to put it. I like to joke that I'm like a weird kind of like half sociopath,
Why only half?
and I'm sure there's like an actual mental neurodivergence or something, and this is probably. As I've learned, ADHD tends to come with comorbidities. This is probably my comorbidity, but
Isn't that true of most mental illnesses?
yeah, but ADHD has like a higher case of like, and there are certain things that can only appear as a comorbidity with ADHD. On top, in place of other things, normally they'll like overwrite another neurodivergence for a little bit because of the way the two interact. But a lot of things just with ADHD just stack on top of it because ADHD functions in such a weird, weird way
Weird way.
that it doesn't get overwritten and it just tends to amp things.
ADHD is the gig of mental illness meme, but continue.
In my case, I do not truly feel emotion. You know how like some people will be like, I don't feel pain. I know things are hitting me and I know it should hurt, but I don't actually feel it. When they've got like nerve damage and stuff like that. It's kind of how I am with emotion. Like I know something should be making me happy. I'm like, yeah, that makes me happy, but I have to like consciously force myself to smile. Yeah, I have to put in effort to actually make myself display those emotions. So when I'm at work, I was talking to one of my coworkers who I don't talk to a lot. He's like, you know, I thought you were just like the most flat, like grump in the world. I'm like, really? It's like, yeah, like we make jokes and stuff all the time, and I've like never seen you smile. And I'm like, it's probably because I was more focused on getting my fucking job done. And when I'm not focused on social interaction and actively trying to recognize emotion.
I had the exact same treatment in high school. I'm just there to get the job done, so people didn't realize I had a fucking sense of humor. I'm not at school to make jokes. We're here to leave.
And the thing is, like, when I am being social, especially when I'm interacting with people, because of the way I grew up, I am very empathic, and I can very much express emotion very well. And as I start to express it, I can start to feel it. But it's like, unless I actively choose to express it, I won't start feeling it unless it's an extreme emotion, in which case it kind of overwhelms me. It's like I only really feel the extremes of any emotion unless I like recognize it and choose to feel it. Which is great for like stress and anger and shit. It's like, yep, that makes me angry, but I'm just gonna not be angry about it.
Pretty good emotional control.
Pretty great. Except when things make me so fucking angry that I physically can't like control myself.
Less great.
I once got my little brother, like he was like doing, I can't even remember what it was about. This is the thing, is like I don't even remember what he did to trigger me so hard, but I told him I was going to take a fucking bat to his skull if he did something again, and he kept doing it, and eventually it did like go over my like emotional threshold, and I did physically pick up a bat and chase him through the fucking house and almost actually hit my brother with a bat. This is when I was like 14, so like
You got a lot of extra useful
fucking thing, but
yeah.
I ended up like pulling myself away as I was swinging, and instead smashing the fucking front glass out of the stove instead.
Because there's still that part of you that acknowledged, oh, probably
this is my
do
brother.
that.
This is a terrible fucking thing. Yeah. And that's again. This is part of one. This probably plays into the reason like I have like self-control obsessions. Is like when I do lose control of myself, it's usually in the worst fucking ways.
Generally, no one likes to have a lack of control over their own faculties, because that feeling of lack of control compounds with the actual lack of control, making you more emotional in Stack Overflow.
Yeah. Anyways, we got 15 minutes. So we're gonna read.
You want to just start the Pokemon early, or?
We're gonna read because we do have like a half an hour to an hour break, so we technically have like 45 minutes if you want to take it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I am going to go back to the shortest page. What was the highest rated one? 5195. Boom.
5195 is your highest?
No, 5195 is the highest rated on that shorts page. So that's what we're going to do. Bam.
Oh, the highest for... Oh, I need to change how it's ranked. Yeah, because the highest for me is like 60 something. But now I see it, 5190. Yeah, I'm on it.
All right. So this is going to be the last one we're going to do. This is going to be a real... I guess it's not going to be that short because we're 40 minutes into the recording now. I'll cut some chunks out. But... SCP-5195. Object class, Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-5195 is secured in a lead-lined deep storage chamber at Site-95's underground facility. It is isolated from all contact and radiometrically monitored for deviations from expected norms. Description: SCP-5195 is an early 17th century Baroque globe produced in Vienna by an unknown craftsman. When acted upon with sufficient force or energy, this force, scaled up, occurs in a region of Earth corresponding to the same point on the globe. Don't drop it.
Did you mean for that to become the Final Fantasy theme? Of all things for that
I didn't know. All I knew is that I was doing some music. I didn't know what music I was actually doing when I started.
Okay.
Like, yep, this is music now. It was like my uncomfortableness of like, oh, holy shit.
Uh-oh. You grabbed it out the bag.
Sorry. Apparently, Baby Street is just like hates her. Crashed out on her.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry for your loss, baby.
Well, she can't hear you.
Oh, well, shit. I take back my loss.
Yeah, no, I thought as I was reading that, I was thinking about this would be bad to drop from a high distance.
Yep.
It caused to break. That's why I went like a really uncomfortable, I'm just going to start singing an uncomfortable song. And
imagine if you just knocked it across the room. You get to have a global-wide earthquake.
Or you bashed it in when you were almost about to bash in your brother's head.
Oh wait, you smacked the exact part of the earth you were on, and you still end up hitting him.
Smash your own skull in. That'd be unfortunate. Anyways, SCP-5195 was purchased in 2008 by Joshua Zane, an American tech investor. In 2010, after losing his fortune in online trading, fucking NFTs, man. Mr. Zane extorted.
I'm gonna let that go. Continue. You triggered me enough for us to keep reading. Just keep reading. Angrily typing instead. I was not the one who caused this derail. I want that on camera. I restrained myself.
The funniest part is I said NFTs because it's 10 years too early. It just broke down everything. After losing his fortune in NFTs, Mr. Zane extorted several competitors by jamming satellites with directed radio signals aimed at SCP-5195. Wow. He used a similar technique to broadcast anonymous demands across these satellites. March 11th, 2011, Foundation agent contacted Mr. Zane, at the time known only by his moniker Mr. D's, Suckin' D's, via an anonymous chat room. You want to be Jashad or you want to be Mr. D's?
Oh god, I want to be Mr. D's.
Alright. Chat log. Do not be racist, do not be racist, do not be racist. Mr. D's.
Yo.
Fuck, I hate this guy already. I am contacting you on behalf of my organization to ask that you cease all action pertaining to the disruption of communication satellites immediately.
Oh damn, I didn't actually... Go ahead. I didn't realize you have 4 fucking lines.
Neither did I. You have not only damaged commercial interests, but the interests of numerous global agencies that rely on these satellites to save lives. Turn yourself in, and I promise you clemency for all illegal activities you have committed up to this point. We know what you're doing, and we know how you're doing it. This is your one and only opportunity to walk away. I
Lol.
feel like that was relatively, not American without being racist
I
as
know.
shit.
You were borderline going for a Chinese accent. That's what I was about to comment on, but you
kind of
pulled
the
it back
idea.
for the following line. It was good. That was a perfectly foreign sounds bad, but it was a good accent for what you needed to be.
I'm a professional voice actor.
I was a little worried someone would be smart enough to figure this out. Thanks for confirming that I've got nothing to worry about. Shit for brains. You wouldn't be contacting me like this if you had the slightest clue of who or where I am. And no, you've got no idea what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. I've got the whole world in the palm of my hand. Literally. Here, let me show you what I can do with just my pinky.
The funny thing is,
He then proceeded to insert this pinky.
I hate this guy only because there's no reason that an agency wouldn't know and just be like, hey, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to just give up before we go full fucking mental on your ass. Do you surrender? This is an offer of surrender. I am offering you a white surrender.
To be fair, I agree with Mr. D's. If they could, they would have just done it. They wouldn't have warned you. Because you've actively destroyed several of their satellites. This is a gas play to try to get you to be afraid. They would be so pissed that if they could retaliate, they would have just done it. They wouldn't have warned you.
Fair, but at the same time, I don't believe in the idea that,
he's a cocky asshole, that's for sure. But he is right in this case. It's a pretty clear bluff.
Following this exchange, a magnitude 9.1 earthquake offshore the Hold on.
Good luck.
Hold on. Pronounce this Japanese town name.
Okuoki. Okuoki.
Here we go.
Tohokuoki.
Oh my god. I kind of hold on. I just want to hold on. Region in Japan occurred. The ensuing tsunami claimed the lives of nearly 20,000 people.
Was that real?
Take it away, Google Translate.
In 2012, Mr. Zane demanded a ransom of several $1 million in the form of bitcoins. In exchange, he would refrain from turning Taiwan into a finger-shaped smudge. The following exchange occurred on February 2nd, 2012.
Bitcoins.
I had Google Translate read it, so we've read that up to the chat log, so it's your turn.
Oh, wait. I don't think you read the second line with bitcoins. Okay. And he demanded ransom in bitcoins in exchange for refraining from...
I did read that. I didn't read it. I had Google Translate read it.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that Google Translate part.
Of course you did
okay, so we continue.
It was just coming out to my ears.
So, you got my money, shit for brains.
He writes, we don't know who or where you are. As for how you're doing this, some of our lab coats have a... Wow, that one was bad.
You went Indian. I don't even... Wrong part of the East Continent, my friends.
Some of our lab coats have a hunch, but that's all we've got, a hunch.
This going somewhere? You got my money? Or should I show you what I can do with my thumb?
A hunch, some fancy math, and the resources to measure the angle of contact from the world's biggest underwater fingerprint.
He's going to reverse engineer where he fucking is? Lol, what?
Well, that and the world's biggest directed energy cannon, pointed at the world's biggest orbital reflector dish, aimed at one precise spot, far out in deep space.
What the fuck? Question mark, semicolon, Nishijiro, semicolon, H-M-0, semicolon, ZGRK, colon, question, apostrophe.
You've got mail.
360
no scope, shithead.
Credit him actually laser blasting the motherfucker off the face of the planet.
Well, it was somewhere out in deep space, apparently.
Actually, was he a fucking space? I wouldn't be surprised if they just reverse triangulated where he put his thumb down from.
Yeah, no, what they did is because like he had to be present. It is the world.
Mm-hmm.
So when they fired the laser out from it, it actually fired
it came
out from
out
the globe.
fucking globe. Oh no, I get it.
That's so good.
Oh, that's cute. That's so fucking cute.
And that 100% inspires me for Tiny World.
Yes. Oh wait. There was a. Have you seen Love, Death, and Robots?
I have. Hold on, real quick. Shortly after this exchange, Foundation satellites detected an extremely small beam of gamma radiation emitted just outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Agents tracked the trajectory of this narrow beam to its source, SCP-5195, located in Mr. Zane's home. Mr. Zane, killed via a brain aneurysm triggered by the beam, was found nearby.
They fucking carbon dated his ass. They shot him so much radiation they could track his location.
So good.
Now, granted, they're lucky he didn't fall over frontward. If he did that, he would have crushed the globe.
I'm gonna make a folder, add folder, the best SCPs. This is gonna be for the ones that make me go, holy fucking shit, I love that.
That's really cute.
Laser. I'm just gonna call this a laser world. I don't know what it's actually called, but fuck, that was good.
But yeah, like, because this was the exact premise in Love, Death, and Robots, wasn't it? The small freezer that had civilization in it, and when they nuked themselves, it vaporized, they burnt dude's face.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot
that was a
about
fucking like Type 4 civilization in their freezer, by the way. They absconded like our dimension.
Yeah. Well. Let's not concern ourselves with how they got the fucking radioactive isotopes and shit to make nuclear weapons in the first place.
Well, I'd imagine they're actually so small, like atomic enrichment might arguably be easier. They could harness probably the small particulates of iron that are in that freezer, and thus atomic enrichment would be easier.
Fair enough. So anyways, yeah, the thing I was thinking of is an item / world small enough to fit in your hands, like basketball, with powerful magical entities living in it who attack or aid the person possessing it via command words. So basically, it's like a magical item, but the idea is that it's a globe, and instead of like the power being you like activate a command word which activates enchantments in it, it's like you say a command word which they recognize as being like, I need you to do this for me, in like a short, simple thing, and so they like do a like grand ritual cast, and a bunch of like their major wizards at one moment all get together and just cast a specific spell. And so that's how it works. It's like this would actually work as like a orb arcane focus.
Your arcane focus is a bunch of tiny wizards casting the same spell.
Oh my god, I'm gonna follow this up with an NPC with the above item who pretends to be a wizard but isn't. Just reads the incantations out of a book, and the tiny wizards cast it.
They do the hard job.
He's just like, Invectio Batatire Hastahando Shlamadara. Cast some fucking, it's supposed to cast like fucking haste. And in actuality,
he's like, yes, that's what I meant to do. I actually had this item idea already, but it just encouraged me to make it more. Like a small snow globe, but that snow globe actually has like entities that are fighting inside of it. So you shake them, you actually shake this fucking gladiatorial arena. Then you can just banish people inside of it as well. If you want some entertainment by your desk, by all means, you can bring the death match home to you.
Oh my god. This reminds me of the fucking snow globe with the nuclear explosion that we read in the anomalous of anomalous items.
Yes, that one as well. You can just do so much with the tiny trapped people that can't fight back. Joke's on you, though, they can. They can actually escape the snow globe, and they can still attack you. They have proportional force to their normal-sized counterpart.
Oh my god, you gotta be careful with that, because you give people that and they find out that they can, they're still as strong as like a normal sized thing, you 100% get like a druid or somebody who's like, makes like a dragon friend. Just like, hey, I need you to get in here and then I'll release you and you'll be real fucking tiny, but you'll still be a super powerful fucking dragon.
Yes,
so you get like
it's Ant-Man logic, so it's busted as fuck.
Yeah.
He crawls out, cast breath. It's still normal fire size.
That's the big thing you have to think about when making D&D items. Small hot tip from a professional designer. If you put a negative effect in an item, figure out how you would power game that effect to be beneficial to you. In like a role-playing way. Because your players absolutely will do it.
Definitely for D&D, you would not add the proportional strength bit. That is far too abusable. And this is why the size feature exists, to kind of scale the strength of things at different sizes. I think tiny comes with some specific debuff / rules from what you were, if you were previously normal size, right?
Yeah. If you like shrink a certain amount.
There are no rules on if you take a larger creature, polymorph them to something smaller, and have them reform in an area too small for them, right?
Hi there. If you're listening or watching on YouTube or anywhere really, we're about to skip a whole huge chunk of time. We kind of got off in the weeds here, started talking about a whole bunch of stuff that didn't really relate to the podcast. However, it was still really cool conversation, and this type of stuff happens a lot. I want to take this opportunity to tell you to head on over to twitch.tv/force2reckon. That's my personal Twitch channel. Currently, that's also where we do the live streams for data upload when we record them at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. There was a lot of really interesting conversation, and you guys should definitely go on over there and follow and join us, because we do recognize and interact with the chat during the streams. We're going to jump right back into the discussion, because I thought this last bit was a really, really interesting thing to bring about. We have a lot of potential, what I would call high-profile guests coming onto the show. My New Year's resolution, as I mentioned during this, was to reach out to people and try and collaborate with more people and not be afraid just because of some perceived difference in popularity, quality, whatever. And instead just try to like reach out and interact with people who I would like to do collaborations with through professional official means, and just not be afraid of that. And this was a great conversation on that.
Actually, surprisingly easy.
Yep.
Like,
it's literally, it's basically,
so?
I am our agent. I've reached out to a bunch of random fucking people that I expected, like, just outright no's, not necessarily because they weren't interested, but just because it's like, one, it's not like we're not a popular podcast, or two, it's like they have more like other things that they have to do right now that they're more focused or more interested in, that they can't take the time to just come through to a podcast, stuff like that. The one that I wasn't surprised to get a yes back from is the one that we just got, that I showed you. That we were talking about earlier, is because this person, I'm not going to name names this time, but this person knows
we love them to death, but they overpromise.
Well, they know both of us by name, or by like handle,
user handle,
and they recognize both of us as like decent and interesting people. Like they've made it pretty clear that they like what they know about us, just like we like what we know about them. Just they've never fucking actually come through and done any of this. I mean, they've only ever once said that they might. To be fair, he did. He might do it. Never actually guaranteed anything. I just like to give it shit when I can, because it's fun. But yeah, I wasn't surprised to get like I'm interested, because it seemed right up their fucking alley, and also like I knew they probably, unless it was like an idea they really didn't like, be at least interested in being like, yeah, this sounds interesting. It was the first one that we got that shocked the fuck out of me. Like, I knew he'd be interested, but like he has no idea who I fucking am. and I just randomly shot an email into his business email, which was not a professional email at all. And he's just like, "Yeah, this fucking sounds great. We'll figure it out sometime next month." I was like,
"Yep, it actually is that easy."
It is actually that easy because the surprise is like, and this is part of the reason I started doing this, because I'm like, I want next year to collaborate. This year, I want to collab. I want to make content creator friends. I want to just do fucking random shit. That's why I wanted to do the Pokemon thing we're doing later with you. Why I set one up for Sherlock with Sherlock as well for next week. We're gonna do which ones were we doing? Black and White 2.
Oh, okay.
We're doing a Soul Link randomized Black and White 2 Nuzlocke next week, with every other week with Sherlock. So on Saturdays before D&D, I'm doing a thing with Sherlock, and today on these Fridays, I'm doing the thing with you. And then, I want to reach out to some people who I haven't played with in a while. I'll be like, "Hey, do you want to maybe do this thing? Hey, do you want to maybe do that thing? Hey, there's this cool game. Hey."
Just
I
do it.
I want to just start reaching out to people, because the more I think about it, the more I realize, yeah, these people are just people. This is their job. So if it's interesting to them, and they think they can encourage their viewers to go there and improve their audience retention through it, doesn't matter how small I am.
Yep.
As long as I'm not some fucking shithead that they hate, they're
as long as you're interesting and nice. Yeah.
And I am interesting and nice.
I think I'm pretty interesting and nice too.
And
my goal is
I'm not cringe. I'm not cringe most of the time.
Well, that's exactly what someone who's cringe would say.
This is exactly why I said it, yeah. I feel bad. I feel bad for Darnell coming on here. We can't give him too much shit for that, because he does use based and cringe. It's
you're the one who's going to give him shit for it, okay?
I probably will.
Pile on.
I probably will. I'm not going to do it too hard. I might give him shit for it. I might just laugh every time he does it until he's like, "What?" And be like, "It's just saying based is so cringe, man."
Dog, based is cringe. Don't you understand? But being cringe, now that's based.
Exactly. I was just I will make myself fucking cringy so it can be fucking memed and joked about. Anyways,
I cast Uno reverse cringe.
I think we're done with the podcast for today. Apologies for kind of the shorter episode and also not getting as much into the creation. I'm very tired. Again, I took my meds at 8 a.m., which is part of why I think I had trouble falling asleep.
That would do it, yeah.
Well, the thing is, Strattera amoxicillin is a non-stimulant, so it's not supposed to make it difficult to sleep. You're supposed to be able to rest and do other things while on it. But I guess I had enough that I wanted to do that my brain, once it started actively focusing in on things, nah, I want to stay up. I want to go do this shit.
I suffer from that sometimes when it comes to work. If I'm on a really specific mechanic that I just want to implement, it's very hard to actually stop myself and go the fuck to sleep. Because if I don't go to sleep, it's gonna make tomorrow harder, regardless of what I have to do.
Yeah, you do know this, but the biggest issue with that is actually just doing it too much and getting to the point where you're not making progress because you're so tired, and so you're progressing twice as slow because you're.
There's definitely a drop off, and it's sometimes I encourage bad behavior, because even with that drop off, I'm still getting things done, but I'm notably less efficient at getting them done.
Yep. For anybody out there who creates literally anything, learn to recognize when you've hit that point of you're acting far less effectively and efficiently than you could be. So just stop and go rest. You don't even have to properly sleep. Just go lay down and close your eyes for an hour. And even if you don't sleep, this is the biggest thing that I've learned is part of the reason you get very, very sleepy is because your eyes become very strained. So you're not tired.
Because we stare at screens a lot.
So especially if you're a creator on a computer or something like that. If you're feeling really tired, just step away and even if you just pace around somewhere with your eyes closed and just follow up a preset path or something. Or even if you just lay back and listen to an audiobook or something like that on your computer for just a half an hour to an hour, you'll find that you'll probably be a lot more effective. It's good to hustle and get a lot of shit done, but fucking
keep yourself alive. That's another important element of the hustle.
Daddy Force says take care of yourself. Be good. And that's the end of the advice portion of the podcast, which we've done now 2 weeks in a row.
I guess that's part of it. Look,
advice.
I'll power creep into it. We'll just expand into life advice podcasts. Most podcasts end up being life advice ones too, because people can't help themselves.
Yep. And it's not necessarily good life advice, just like this isn't necessarily good life advice, but if it works and it seems helpful to you, it's good advice. So yeah, thank you guys very much for coming out. We are going to head on out. Thank you guys very much for watching or listening. As always, you guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Have an awesome night. Well, my name is Force.
My name's Power Core.
Signing off. Bye-bye.